Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Bar. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Are you going to tell them what Santa did to you?
Oh,
I,
which
I think Kaz got slapped by Santa.
I did. I did. I was naughty.
Is everyone having a good Christmas? Hey, Benton, Gamer, Jessica, Brian, Shredder. Yeah, I spoke to Kaz after her Xmas Eve, and she said she had a little bit of a headache or something. And I said, Santa didn't slap you, did he?
No, a big stick. A person with a big stick came into my bedroom and whacked me in the head and ended up with a migraine for my Christmas morning. So great start to the day. But all gone now. All good.
So let's talk about this little baby that's missing. That's just, and then we'll let you guys know what other information we found out about missing children in that area. And oh my gosh, is it scary? It's almost like they have an underground tunnel into Mexico from San Antonio.
Yeah, Ma, it was really disturbing when I looked into the amount of cases that have missing kids under the age of 16 that they currently have in Texas. It's disturbing, to say the least, and so sad. It's just
It's
oh,
crazy though. Like how that's a lot of children under, and how many under the age of 8?
under the age of 8 currently. There are, and these 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 10. Oh, 8, sorry, count Karen. And these are really recent. These aren't really old cases. The oldest is 2019, and of course, we have our beautiful Lena who went missing on December 20th.
Is your fan on you, honey bunny? I know
No,
you're hot and sexy, okay?
no, I do not have a fan on today.
Well,
The
I don't
things
want you to
I do
sweat.
for love. The things I do for love.
Well, I don't want you to melt on me though. I told you I'm gonna send you one of those little hats with the air misters and the fan. Hey, Jessica.
Oh, that
Yeah,
would be
we've
too
done
much.
all of our Christmas stuff. I went out to dinner last night to the Italian, uh, I don't know, family's house, and they made the linguine scaghetti with the clams, mussels, squid, but I didn't eat the squid. I had to pick it out like a kid. Shrimp, lobster chunks, of course, because we live in Maine, and bread. And then they had, I think she made like a chocolate mousse for dessert.
Oh,
It was delicious. I brought a lot home. Wine, white wine sauce. Oh, it was delicious, Benson. Yes, this is scary what's going on in San Antonio. And when Kaz and I started kind of looking into things, because we really haven't even scratched the surface, we were just kind of trying to see who was kind of missing in that area, because we found an article that kept shooting us out. We kept trying to do screenshots and get in there. And 2019, 8 children, right? You said 8
8
under
and
the age of
6. I mean, 6 is the oldest, and the youngest. There's 2 age 1, 1 age 2, 2 age 3, 1 age 4. 5, sorry.
unbelievable.
And it is mm, El,
Okay.
El Paso mm, has a lot, and that's scary.
Whew. It is scary, but you have to think about it. It's so close. Nana, you were on the money. We were talking about the
Yeah, the
right
right
boys,
kids.
and
Yeah.
not to mention the father.
Oh, Jonathan
It
Wright.
was Jonathan Wright, Ariana, Lucas, and Jonathan, 8, 9, and 11, are thought to be with their father, who is wanted on multiple felony warrants. Yes. Also, guys, I have a very important recording that I need to play at the end regarding Michael Vaughn and microphones being left open at the end of a news conference. And holy shit. But like I said, I will be reaching out to his mom. Hopefully, she can come and at least talk to me or talk to us. I would love for her to come up. She doesn't have to go on cam, but see what she has to say. And if anything happened with that building that Serafina was telling her about, that she said that she knew exactly what she was talking about, which I thought was really interesting. And then, of
Mm.
course, I get on Google and I'm like, okay, Kaz, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm taking off to Fruitland and I'm looking for the barns.
Um,
Yes, yes, Nana. There's a lot, but besides the Wright boys, there was a girl that was kidnapped. How old was she? She was found though, but she was kidnapped.
the 13-year-old,
Yeah, 13 years old. Her name was Bella Martinez.
Bella Martinez, yes.
She was kidnapped 13 years old, but they found her, thank God, in the San
Mm.
Antonio area. But let's go ahead. This is the full video of Lena's father and the interpreter. Lena's dad's on the left, and I'm pretty sure we got the interpreter on the right. I have not seen this video yet, guys, so I've only seen the 2-minute clip that I've shown you. So let's go here and get a vibe off of Lena's father and see what we kind of think after this. I'm going to mic down.
Me too.
All right, guys, let's see what daddy says. My gut feeling tells me that these parents had nothing to do with it. It's almost scary, but we'll talk about what we were discussing earlier about no creed and race can make somebody a SP, or let's just call it a monster.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's the father of Lena, right?
تاسو د لینا پلار یاستئ وای؟
هو
Yes, he's the father of Lena.
Can you take us back to yesterday? Just kind of give us the rundown of what happened.
Oops, the father is on the right.
تېرې ورځې د پیښې په اړه موږ ته معلومات راکړئ چې څه وشول پرون.
پرون ورځ تقریبا شپږ بجې څه کم شپږ بجې وې چې مېرمن مې راته زنګ ووهه چې لور مې بېدرکه شوې ده. بیا چې زه کله راغلم دغه ځای ته ترجمه کوي که بیا
Yesterday around 6 o'clock.
Wait, you guys can't hear that?
It's
I can.
not, yeah, I can hear it too, but I did have to turn my volume up a little bit.
Yeah, that's on their end. So I'm going to go
Yeah.
to 100, guys. So watch your ears because it might get louder on their end. Here we go. Let me go back. Watch your ears, guys. I'm at 100. Oh, I don't want to blow your guys' eardrums out. Hang on. Next year, you'll be telling Sandy you need new ears. Watch the ears.
And he's the father of Lena, right?
تاسو د لینا پلار
That's as loud as I can go.
Yes, he's the father of Lena.
Can you take us back to yesterday? Just kind of give us the rundown of what happened.
وای که چېرې د تېرې ورځې د پیښې په اړه موږ ته معلومات راکړئ چې څه وشول پرون.
پرون ورځ تقریبا شپږ بجې څه کم شپږ بجې وې چې مېرمن مې راته زنګ ووهه چې لور مې بېدرکه شوې ده. بیا چې زه کله راغلم دغه ځای ته ترجمه کوي که بیا
Yesterday around 6 o'clock, my wife called me and told me that my daughter has been disappeared.
او زه چې کله راغلم ما پوښتنه وکړه چې څنګه ورکه شوه. بیا یې ما ته دغه کوم ځایونه کې چې ورکه شوه دغه هغې راکړه چې مثلا دې ځای کې زه ورته ناست وم، دې ځای کې دې ناسته وه. بس د پنجرې نه چې کله ووته
Together,
we lost 40 pounds on Nutrisystem, but I really recommend this partner plan.
او پاسې مې ورته جګه شو. بس هغې نه وروسته ورکه شوه، هېڅ دره کې ونه لګېدو چې څنګه وشوه. بیا ما ټول د کمپلیکس وکړ خو پیدا مې نه کړه تر اوسه. بیا هم پولیس ته زنګ وکړو.
Yes, when I arrived at home, I asked my wife that, tell me the story, what happened? My wife told me that the little girl, she exited the park, the small park, and just toward the pathway, and from there she missed her.
What do you mean she missed her?
It means like she didn't see her anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she saw Lena go which way?
Yeah, she exited like the fencing area
Uh,
towards the concrete path, and she was disappeared from there. And she lost like the scene of her.
lost sight of
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
And she had went back inside the house at that point, or what happened? Did she leave?
و کله چې هغه د پنجرې نه ووتله کور ته ولاړه ورسېدله
نه
که
د ورکېدو نه مخکې یو ځل د اوبو په خاطر کور ته راغله بېرته راغله اوبه یې ځان سره ویوړې هملته پاتې شوه چې کله اوبه یې خپلې مور ته ورکړې بېرته ماشومانو ته ورغله ماشومان نه بیرون چې کله ووته د پنجرې نه ووته بیا نه ده بس تر اوسه ورکه ده
yeah, before she got disappeared, she first went to the apartment just to grab a bottle of water, and later on she came back to the fencing, and she just delivered the water to the other kids. And once she exited the fencing area, then she got disappeared.
Lena did. Yeah.
Lena.
Did she run? I mean, she didn't, or she just didn't see her anymore. She didn't see her at all. The mom didn't see Lena at all anymore.
د هغه نه وروسته مور ونه توانېدله نور چې لینا وګوري.
او د مور دا فکر وکړ چې کور ته راغلی ده کور په ځای کور کې وکته هر ځای کې کنه کور کې نشته بس یو بل خواته لاړه ویې کتل چې لینا نشته.
The mom thought that Lena might have gone back to the apartment, but when she went to the apartment and she realized that Lena is not in an apartment, she came out from the apartment and just searched in surrounding areas, but she couldn't find her whereabouts.
And no one has seen or heard from her since then, right?
د هغه نه وروسته وایي تاسو هغه نور نه ده لیدلی؟
نه نه ده منلی.
No.
How hard has it been for him and his wife right now?
دا ستاسو لپاره او ستاسو د مېرمنې لپاره څومره مشکله تمامیږي اوس څومره سخته ده تاسو لپاره؟
مشکله موږ په ټول عمر کې لکه دومره نه یو خفه شوي لکه په دې ورکه چې خفه شوي ولې چې دا یو په مور او پلار نه په ما او مېرمنه باندې نه زموږ په ټول فامیل باندې دا ګرانه وه دې بیا اولاد چا نو څه وایم ولس
Yeah, he's very disappointed, and he says that during our entire life, we have not been that much saddened that we were yesterday and today, and it has badly affected us.
And they're from, can you explain where they're from and how long they've been here in the United States?
وایي که چېرته دا راته ووایي چې تاسو د کوم ځای یاستئ او څومره وخت کېږي چې د امریکا متحده ایالاتو کې یاستئ؟
زه د افغانستان یم په امریکا کې مې تقریبا 2 کاله او 3 میاشتې کېږي چې زه په امریکا کې اوسېږم.
I'm from Afghanistan, and I have been here in the United States for the last 2 years and 3 months.
Are they part of did they escape? Are they refugees, like as a family that they escaped from Afghanistan?
آیا وایي تاسو د هغه مهاجرو له ډلې څخه هستئ چې لکه فرار مو کړی دی د افغانستان نه دلته راغلي هستئ او که د نارمل مهاجرو په صفت باندې دلته هستئ؟
نه مونږ لکه هلته د ګواښ له وجې راغلي یو لکه ګواښونه ډېر ول د ګواښ وجې مونږ دلته راغلي یو فراري.
Yeah, he says that we came to the United States, we immigrated to the United States because of the threats that were posed to us.
While living there, right, as citizens in Afghanistan.
د دې له وجې چې هلته تاسو د افغان تبه وئ د دې له وجې تاسو ته خطر متوجه و؟
Oh.
Yes. Okay. How has today been? The FBI, police, the search. Can you take us into today? How hard that's been? Because I'm assuming they've been asking a lot of questions. The search has been ongoing all day here. Can you explain the process of what it's been like for them?
نن چې دلته وای د اف بی آی پولیسو کومه دغه پلټنه کوله دلته ستاسو د ماشوم د پیدا کېدو لپاره راته ویلی شي چې څنګه و لکه د دوی دغه پلټنه څنګه وه لکه تاسو لپاره څومره مشکله تمامه شوه ده
مشکله خو دا وه چې پرون چې کله دا ماشومه ورکه شوې ده مونږ یو هم خوب نه دی کړی که نه ما او مېرمنې بیخي سپیده شوي نه یو نو دوی هره لحظه راتله پوښتنه کوي پوښتنه باید کړې وای که نه خو لکه دوی باید اول نه د کمرې چیک کړې وای چې بیرون څنګه ووته دوی نن غرمه دوی هغه چیک وای مونږ کمرې نن چیک کوو غرمه یې راته وویل
Hey, are you still picking up your birth control from the pharmacy?
Get your birth control prescribed and delivered from the Pill Club and never miss a refill. It's free with most insurance plans or as low as $7 without. All deliveries come in discreet packaging. Plus, you get free.
دوی باید مخکې نه باید د کمرې چیک کړې وه د بیرون کمرې نه دي د ټرافیکي
he says that since the disappearance of my kid, me and my wife have not slept at all right after the incident, and the FBI police are coming here like any moment and just they are asking us like different questions. And the problem was like with the checking of the security cameras installed like on the intersections. They should have searched like these cameras yesterday, but unfortunately they started like searching the cameras today, which was too late.
پولیسو نه اوس هم مننه کوم ډېر لکه په هماغه شپه یې ټوله شپه را سره تېره کړه ټول کورونه یې را سره وپلټل او نن ورځ هم دوی سره لګیا دي خو لکه ما دا یو پیشنهاد دوی باید مخکې نه مخکې دا کمرې چیک کړی وای
Yeah, he says that I still thank the San Antonio Police Department for their efforts to find my kid, and they helped me a lot. Just it was my recommendation if they could have checked the installed cameras on intersection a little bit earlier. And I'm still thankful of their efforts and their searching. Yesterday, they searched like a lot of apartments in residence in the surrounding area.
Do they believe that Lena was kidnapped, abducted, or do they believe that she's still somewhere here in this area? What is their belief?
لکه تاسو څه فکر کوئ چې دا تختول شوې ده په دې ساحه کې به اوس دا وي لکه ستاسو فکر که را سره شریک کوي
د پرون ورځې تر سهاره پورې د نن سهاره پورې موږ دا فکر کولو چې همدلته نوي افغانان ته ورغلي د هغې په دې نه پوهېږي چې موږ د جنۍ سره څه وکړو خو خیر یو څوک به پیدا شي یا به کور ته راشي ور به یې کړو که نه خو نن 12 بجې زه پوه شوم چې دا تختول شوې ده
Since yesterday, I was thinking that she might have gone to the family of other Afghans who are living in surrounding areas, and that Afghans, like most of them, have arrived newly to the area, so they might have not known, just how to just deliver that kid back to us. So I was thinking that way, but this morning I realized that she might have been abducted.
Why is that?
Well, it doesn't.
Thank you, Pamela. Thank you. Let me stop this for a second because you learn a lot from listening to them, even though, hang on a second, my little Mexican is acting up. Okay. Thank you, Pamela. Merry Christmas. So I want to touch on Nay's. Hang on. Here she goes again. Can you hear her?
Yes, Mum. I want to come with you, Mum. My legs are broken.
Yeah, her legs aren't working. And her legs do work. It's just a figure of speech that I use because she's so spoiled. She wants me to pick her up. Nay says one day and the footage was gone. I don't know what Nay is talking about. Hey, PB and J, but I do want to touch on. I do not think these parents have anything to do with the disappearance of their daughter at all. Now, I do not know if there's someone in the apartment complex who's a creeper or if it's somebody inside of their community that's a creeper. Because, like Kaz said, it doesn't, there could have been someone that came over that does have that sickness of being a monster,
Yeah,
and to think about like the mom goes and gets a bottled water, and I'm sick to my stomach when you hear that she's 4 months pregnant and they don't eat and they don't sleep, and I can't even imagine. But I do know the police are going through every single unit in this complex.
yeah, they are. And they held a big community meeting for the community as well, asking for
Hmm.
the help in any way possible.
Trying to think what Nay was talking about the footage. Are you talking about the Michael Vaughn end of the press conference footage?
I
I'll wait
think
till
that's
she
what
answers.
she,
Yeah,
yeah, I think,
let's go
yeah.
ahead and finish this so we can get into the other. I don't understand what that means. Like, I totally do not speak Voya. Voya. Maybe that's Merry Christmas and like something else. All right, my girlfriend wanted to pop back over. I just I was wondering what she was talking about with the footage. But you're right. No race, no creed, no nothing. It's you. I think you're just. I mean, are you born like that to be a monster? I mean,
Well, there's always the debate of whether monsters are born that way or, due to life circumstances, something triggers them and they become that way. But when they're young, like 25 and under, makes you wonder it's more nurture. Something traumatic's happened.
yeah. And you do see a pattern when you hear the stories of their parents. The only one that didn't seem to have that pattern of weirdness was unfortunate Ted Bundy's parents, but they were abused, or it was this, or the parents were neglectful. All right, let's hear it. This dad breaks my heart. And we probably will never see the mom speak.
No,
Like I said, she might stand behind him somewhere, but she will not speak, and it's not her place to speak about these things. The dad will take care of it. But the dad will also keep the wife, sheltered because that's what they do. And the fact that maybe checking at the friend's house, I wish Sahit was listening and Sahit would come back and talk with us.
mm. No. The dad was referring to. He hoped they checked. He wished, sorry, that the law enforcement had checked the cameras on the day that Lena went missing instead of the day after, just in case anything could be erased.
Hmm. There's a lot of camera footage that they're going through, though. Yeah, we're going to get into a little bit of Michael Vaughn at the end, but let's finish listening to this dad's heartbreak. It breaks my heart the mom has not eaten and slept and she's 4 months pregnant. I can't even imagine. I would have destroyed that complex. It would have looked like it was being renovated. I would have pulled everything out of those out of those units.
خو لکه مونږ د کمیونټي کوم واتساپ ګروپ چې د ټول په سنټونو کې هر افغان خبر دی په دې چې د ده لور ورکه شوې ده، عکس یې شته، تر اوسه پورې چا ونه.
Benton, she's a refugee from Afghanistan, and they have different ways and different morals and different things about them. The women do not speak up. The men will speak up. They don't like their women in front of the public. It's just the way they are. And would you say that, Kaz? I mean, it's just the way that
Yeah,
they are brought up.
yes,
Ezhat, he's here. Ezhat, we're going to finish playing this video and a couple more things we want to see. And while we're playing the Vigil, we would love for you to come up.
absolutely.
Hey, Ezak. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this, guys.
نه وي چې مقصد دلته د تا لور ده نو زه دې واجب یم چې مقصد دا تختول شوی دی هېڅ امکان نه لري چې په دې کې کوم افغاني کور کې وي
My assumption is that we got a group here in San Antonio. The Afghan community got a WhatsApp group, so all of the members of the community were aware that my daughter has been disappeared. So they were aware. I didn't hear anything from them, so that's why I realized that she might have been abducted, and she's abducted.
Oh, watch your ears, guys. Sorry.
If Lena were be able to, if he could speak to her, what would he say to her? His daughter.
کچرته تا د خپل لور سره خبرې کولای شوي نو تا به ورته څه ویلي وای
هغه پوهېږي که نه په تلیفون باندې زنګ باندې مې پوهې کړې ده چې زنګ ماته ووهي په نمبر نه په مسنجر کې ماته هر وخت زنګ وهي په خپله نو ما پوښتنه دې ځای کولی ځای هم نه کوله خالي مې داسې ورته وویل چې کوم ځای کې لکه دوی به راته ویلې وی چې یا که نوم یې زده وای نوم یې راته ښودلی وای که نوم یې نه وای راته یو څه خو به یې ویلي وای چې یا مې ورته ویل چې د شیشې ته کیمره ونیسه کیمره یې خلاصه کړه که نه چې دا باندې څه ووینو چې مقصد موږ ته ځای معلوم شي چې دا کوم ځای کې ده
she could utilize like the messengers. She was knowing on how to make a call, and she was doing that before. If I had a chance to talk to her, then I would have told her that please like open the camera and show me the area that where you are. This would have been my talk to her.
So she was communicating before, after she disappeared?
د هغه نه مخکې وه چې دا ورکه شي د ورکېدلو نه مخکې هغې خبرې کولی شوې وای
ما سره په تلیفون کې خبرې کولې
Yeah, she was able to talk via telephone.
After she vanished?
No, before disappearing. I mean, like in normal life, before disappearing, she was able, just to make a call to her father.
Okay. But what I'm asking him though is if he would be able to talk to her, like if she could some miraculous reason see this or sees this, or whoever has her sees this, what would she want to say to her? What would he want to say to his daughter?
This kind of confusing question. Could you just?
So, if this interview, if Lena sees this interview, right, and if he believes that if she was abducted, the people that abducted her, if they for whatever reason see him doing this interview, what would be the message that he would want to give to them or to Lena? What would he want to tell her?
Oh, okay. دا وی کچرته دغه ستا دغه وسنۍ مصاحبه کچرته هغه خلکو چې ستا لور تختولي هغوی دا وګوري نو ستا پیغام به هغه خلکو ته څه وي لور ته به دې څه وي او خلکو له به څه وي هغه تختونکو ته
خلکو لپاره مې پیغام دا دی چې مقصد لور مې کوم جرم کوم داسې ګناه نه لري که نه چې دوی په هغې تختولې او نه زه دومره پیسې لرم زه دوی ته پیسې ورکړم که پیسې غواړي او لکه دې پوره داسې خاص ته نه لرم خالي غواړم چې لور مې متوس پورې روغه رمټه
Yeah, he says that he was an innocent kid, and if the kidnappers want money to return her back to me, then I don't have money, and I'm not a rich person to pay them just to return my daughter.
Has he been asked for money?
د پیسو غوښتنه خو به چا
نه د اوسه پورې چا نه ده کړې خو لکه موږ خپل وطن کې پیسې ډېرې غواړي پیسو دپاره یې خلک تښتوي که نه دې په خاطر دلته هم دا شاید وي
Till the moment nobody has asked about money, and I'm telling because back in my country, when a child is abducted, the kidnappers are asking for money. Yeah.
Could you give us insight as to why the FBI is involved in this case?
وای کچرته داسې موږ ته د خپل نظر راکې یا خپل دغه چې کوم دید دی ستا دا موږ ته ووایي چې ولې اف بی آی په ده کې داخله شوه په د کیس کې.
والا نو داسې خاص نه پوهېږم چې ولې دوی په دې کې مداخله وکړه، خو دومره ویلی شم چې مقصد ما ډېر غوښتنه وکړه چې ډېر کومک راسره وکړي، زر کومک زر یې راته پیدا کړي. شاید همدې وجه وي چې دوی موږ مداخله وکړه.
I'm not quite sure that why the FBI intervened this case, but maybe because I asked, like the quick return of my daughter, so that might be the case that they intervened.
What does he miss most about her?
Oh my gosh. Is that not
I
her?
could hate that reporter. I really
Yeah.
could.
Me too.
That's ridiculous. Some of the questions that he's asking. Like I said, those questions should go to the law enforcement and the police too.
I am
Not asking
triggered.
a grieving father. Oh,
All right, we've got 2 more minutes, guys. Let's hear the end what Dad says. And you notice, yeah, when the lady walked by too, like the women just keep private. It's just their ways.
breaking my heart.
This is breaking my heart, Dad. Yeah, absolutely. And this is what it looks like when you lose a kid and you come in front of the camera and you're just like a nervous wreck breakdown.
I just want to scream, leave him alone, leave him alone.
Yeah, I think his interview should end now. Poor man. Yeah, pretty much the end. He's just crying. Whew, bless his heart. It is so good to see our friend Ezat. Let me drop a link. I wonder if Ezat knows anything new that's going on.
Nana, she went missing on December 20th.
Yeah, I'm gonna start that Vigil while Ezat comes on so we can kind of play it in the background since it's so long, and we can talk and we can put our little detective magnifying glasses on and see who kind of just doesn't fit into the group. And then I'll pull out my face recognition and we'll figure out who they are. All right, I dropped a link. And I'm going to... Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Aw. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you folks?
Yeah, we're kind of getting Christmas over with and getting back into the missing children around. Do you know, Kaz, tell him how many children missing in that area since 2019 at her age?
At her age, currently, there's 8, but in total, under the age of 15, there are 55 females and 33 males. missing in Texas at this point in time. 88 of our kids.
Something's going on with our babies.
It
Yeah.
is really sad. Really, really sad.
And we just kind of don't report the news as a part time job on YouTube. We start really digging and getting into who's there. We'll pull police reports, see what's going on, because listening to her father, absolutely, like I had to honestly get up and walk away for a minute because it's absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah, I watched that.
That somebody had the nerve and the kahunas to take a kid. It just makes you think like if we're a stranger to do something like that, that's not part of that community. That takes a
No,
lot of kahunas.
well, that community, I mean, like the Afghan community, I don't think there will be someone who has committed this crime or abduction or whatever it is. But community at large, yeah. San Antonio, I am living close by. I live in Austin. It's not that far away. It's only 2 hours drive. So the crime rate is high in San Antonio, and unfortunately, the crime rate is getting higher in Austin as well.
Yes, and we also know that unfortunately that's a very quick line to Mexico.
Yeah. So that city is bordering Mexico, and the American authorities are having problems in three areas: the drug, human trafficking, and illegal immigration.
Mm-hmm.
So if they could have a child, it will not take more than 2 hours to cross the border.
Yeah, and nothing for nothing, but Lena can definitely pass for being Mexican. She could have a little Spanish look to her, is what I'm saying. She wouldn't look if she was crossing with Spanish parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she is looking like, I mean, Spanish people, they are kind of brownish as well. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no one will like distinguish her with a Spanish national.
So then they had the visual. So do you have any new news as far as what's going on with the investigation? Or I'm gonna, I want to hear about that, Nana. About the investigation of what's going on with anything. Did you hear anything in the inside group?
No, there is nothing new. So the FBI and the San Antonio Police Department, they are scouring the videos, and till this point, they are pretty much sure that the parents are not involved. So
Yeah,
they will
I
be
don't think.
going, yeah, so they are going like steps further from the family. And I'm sure the girl is not in the apartment complex as well, because they have searched all the units, probably more than once.
That's what they said. They said that they literally did a grid search of that apartment complex and they emptied out every single apartment unit.
Yeah. So whoever this creep was, uh, I believe he or she has taken the girl outside the complex within minutes.
Yeah, I'm probably, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but it was probably a male.
Yeah. And some male, like if you remember the case of Samantha, no, Smart, if you remember that case.
Elizabeth Smart. Of course, we all know that one. And the
Elizabeth, Elizabeth
Elizabeth
Smart.
Smart.
So that guy was accompanied by a lady, and frequently he was using the lady to carry out crimes.
Yeah, even the J.C. Duggard case, it was a
Right.
couple that took her.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in regard to some of the comments that I came through in this chat room, one thing is like this family belongs to a very conservative area of Afghanistan. The woman is pretty much uneducated. She doesn't understand English. even the husband or the father of Lena doesn't understand English so well. And that is the reason there is a translator for him.
Oh,
And
we understand that.
they have been in the US like for 2.5 years. So that the thing is like with the woman, uh, I think like the last time uh, I spoke about the age thing, that Lena maybe 4 or maybe 5.
Yeah, we remember with the no birth certificates. Yep.
Yeah, and there is another reason as well. Some of these immigrants, if they do not have like the birth certificates, when they are coming to the US, they will register their children younger. Uh,
So, Esha, do they not even put their children in school? Like in this, like, so let's just say that a school year starts in this community where they live. Do they have like a couple of the ladies that teach the kids because
no,
of the
they
picture
have.
of little Lena with learning the alphabet?
They have to like Lena, even if Lena was 5 or 4.5, that was a bit early for her to go to school, when it comes to the Afghan mentality.
But
So
I'm talking
usually,
about the other children that are old enough to go to school in
no,
there.
they
Do
are
they?
going to school. They are going to
Okay,
school.
okay.
Like I have my sister in New York, and I have a niece. So my niece is like in grade 8. She is participating in swimming, in singing, and she is pretty much doing everything that a normal American girl should be doing. But then again, like it also depends to a specific family. Some families they are
Exactly.
open to assimilation. Some families, like in this case, the woman, if she doesn't understand English, it means she cannot go for groceries. It means she cannot drive. It means she is all dependent on her husband.
Yes. Oh, I understand completely. Like I said, I have very good friends in Morocco,
Yeah.
Muslim, but they like they celebrate Ramadan. They don't eat
No, but for some of these families,
shellfish.
it takes a generation to adapt.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying, but I was asking so because you say that most kids don't have the birth certificates, but I guess when they come here
No, when they
as
come here,
refugees, they register them into being able to go to school and doing everything the right
yeah.
way.
So when they register themselves, or when their parents register the children, so they register them younger for the sake of child support. So, like
I
if a child is 8, they may register it 6 or 5. It means that they will be taking more child support. Because I do not have children, I'm not so sure, but I think child support, if the family is not doing so well economically, I think it's till the age of 18 or 16, something like that.
Yeah.
So if they register the children younger, it means they will be taking the child support for a longer period of time. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
know.
understand
I
what you're
know
saying. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
Kaz, do you
so
want
that
to
is,
ask him anything?
I was I would just when you said that they don't have birth certificates, I understand that. But he said he migrated or immigrated, I should say,
yeah.
from Afghanistan. Surely, when they went through that process, they would have to show some form of documentation proving who they were. So, because I'm just going off when I came to Australia and we emigrated from England to Australia,
Yeah.
we had to prove who all the kids were. We were all on one passport as a family, but we had to
Mm,
prove, um, like when I was born and my two sisters.
mm.
So, would they have some formal type of paperwork that they would have had to have? Do you know?
Okay. So like in the world, we have 2 or 3 kind of countries. We have developed countries, we have developing countries, and underdeveloped countries. And the US requirements are not the same for each country. Suppose like when I was coming, instead of, because at that time I had only one name. So instead of so they put I had one name, so they put that name in my second name And my first name, they put FNU, which means first name unknown.
Oh,
So
okay.
then, so then
Wow.
they show flexibility because
He
they
said,
understand.
Eshat's so
Yeah,
cute. He says they show flexibility.
yeah, because they understand the realities of each country, you know.
Yes.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
someone is
I,
coming from UK, for example, they have to, because UK is a developed country, they have all the systems in place, birth certificates, passport, you cannot hide the age and things like that. If you're coming from India, there is possibility that someone changes, you know, some of their information or some of their initials, you know.
yeah.
But then Afghanistan is a war-torn country, and everyone knows that. You know what happened 3-4 months ago? That the Americans
Yes,
were just, you know, just putting people in the cargo section of airplane
that's true.
I
to
was
bring
just thinking
them
that, Nana.
to
She
bring
says
them.
those men don't look like
Yeah.
they belong. Eshat, we're gonna watch the visual, but I'm gonna keep the voices down so we can kind of watch and see what's going on because we're gonna put on our magnifying glasses and see what kind of people look like the weirdo that doesn't fit in. Like these guys right here, kind of like, what are you guys doing there? But hey, the community, maybe the bikers are coming out to help find the baby. You never know what people do and how they come together when a child's missing.
That's so true.
They do come together. They band, they come together. It's just amazing how they just put like religion, race to the side and it's just like let's find the baby.
Exactly. As it
And
should be.
I'm going to be honest with you. I have never seen a billboard go up so fast in a missing child case as fast as Lena's billboard went up in San Antonio. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and the reward amount, which is awesome too.
Exactly.
See,
I would love to talk to somebody from the Islamic Center. That would be awesome. Like, that's just amazing how fast they put together everything for this little girl. Benton said that if he was a billionaire, he would buy satellites to keep track of all the children in the United States. What about Australia and China?
England,
I mean, the kids
China.
kids are taken everywhere. I bet you
Yeah,
there's. I don't know if children. I wonder what the percentage or the numbers are of kidnappings in China. You know what? I bet you there's no kidnappings in China
it'd be
because I
interesting to
know
see that data.
you're only allowed to have one child. But then I know that if your child is taken to go like for the Olympic sports, whatever, then I hear that you're allowed to have a second child. I bet you there's no kidnappings in China. Curious to know what that is. But Ezhat, let me ask you before we start this, because we would like you to stay with us and watch it and see if you see anything that kind of
Sure.
Oh, they do, Annie? Anything that stands out, but I'm not going to have the volume up too loud because I don't think it's really going to be too much talking, but we can see if something comes in and we can still continue to talk here.
And just be aware, some of this footage isn't the greatest either.
So go ahead. So we just want to know, like, what are you like in your community, even in Austin? My sister used to actually live in Austin, right by Lake Travis is beautiful. But
Mm.
what is your community? What does your family say when you sit down at night and you talk about little Lena missing? What do you guys talk about? What is the things that you guys throw back and forth as far as what you think happened?
Well, everyone has their own assumptions. Everyone has their own theories. And the thing is, uh, the overall opinion is, the general opinion is that someone outside from the community has taken her, or maybe with the help of someone inside in the community, with the help of someone inside the community. Yeah,
So
and the rest, like when we sit, you know, like these Afghans, majority of them. So in Afghanistan, we have 4 different ethnic groups. Myself and this guy, we belong to the most conservative group, which is the Pashtun. A
okay.
majority of them, they are not ready to assimilate. Majority of them, they are not ready to change their ways of life. And that is our point of discussion or argument every other week.
You
Good
know,
morning,
do you
everyone. Thank you
think?
so much for being
Hang
here
on one
at this
sec.
interfaith prayer. We so appreciate all the different organizations. We appreciate the Afghani community coming out. You know,
Let's hear what she has to
society
say.
tells us of how different we are, but we have that same common goal today, and that is to lean on our faith. To lean on our faith for a precious little girl named Lena. And so her father will be here just momentarily. Thank you again for being so patient. We're going to begin as soon as her father gets here so that we can definitely offer our prayer, our support, and our hope. Again, thank you so much for being here. We have Chief McManus, we have law enforcement agencies here, we have advocates, community activists, we have officials, we have the guardians, and we have an amazing Afghani community who is in mourning right now and trying to find their baby. So if you could just give us a few more minutes for the father to arrive, then we'll begin.
I will say this as I love Middle Eastern food. I bet you make. Do you make falafel?
No, actually, our food, our culture is quite different than the Middle East. So Afghanistan is not Middle East.
Do you make curry?
And no, we do not. We do not use curry. We do not make falafel. So our food and everything is kind of unique to Central Asia because Afghanistan is Central Asia. Afghanistan is not Middle East.
So, like,
Me-
name a dish like you guys. Like, name like a popular
Shorba.
dish.
Okay, shorba. Shorba is one of them. Korma is another korma. And then we have mantu.
What's what?
Mantu.
What is mantu?
Mantu is like they take it's kind of like a pizza, but they have changed it in another way, in some other ways, you know.
And what kind of meat?
They use beef because in Afghanistan they do not eat pork.
No, yeah. So you don't eat pork and you don't eat shellfish.
No, we do.
So you eat the shellfish, just not the pork.
Not the pork. The only thing
Okay.
which we do not eat is the pork. Yeah, and
Because
the
it's
rest,
scavenger.
no. It is considered impure or whatever, you know, in the religion.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the religion,
Welcome
the
again,
religious, a
everyone.
religious belief.
Thank you for being here.
Okay, here they come.
We would like to say a very special thank you to St. Francis Episcopal Church and Reverend Carrie Guerra for opening up her grounds so that we could be here to pray. Again, the thing that unites us, no matter where we are in the country, is our faith in God.
ټول ته ښه راغلاست وایو مننه ستاسو راتګ نه او د مربوطه ادارې نه هم منندوی دي چې دغه زمینه یې مساعده کړه تر څو د نن ورځې دعا چې موخه یې هغه ماشومې ته د دعا په موخه موږ تاسو ټول راټول شوي یو زمینه مساعده کړه او دا ځای موږ ته راکړلو او په ضمن کې دا مهمه نه ده چې موږ د هېواد په کومه برخه کې یو څوک یو مهمه دا ده چې موږ ټول متفق او متحده یو
Ashad can translate for us.
Again, we'd like to say as a community that we are standing with your family, sir, and we are praying for Lena's safe return.
یو ځل بیا د یوې ټولنې په حیث موږ د
Okay, I get it now. He's translating for her. Okay.
دعا کوو چې لینا مسونه بیرته کور ته راورسېږي.
Yeah.
We'd like to go ahead and open up with our first prayer. Pastor Kenny Valespin.
لومړنۍ دعا سره دا مراسم شروع کوو.
You'll just bow your head with me. Father God, I thank you for today. We thank you that this is the day that you made. In the face of apparent evil and darkness, We thank you that you are the light and that you are the light that continues to shine in the midst of darkness. We ask, Lord, right now that you look over our community as we stand for Lena. Right now, Father God, we know that in the midst of danger, in the midst of calamity, in the midst of all these trials and tribulations, in the midst of the storm of Lena being gone from our midst, we know that you are just. And so today we stand as a community on her behalf, together with leaders, together with our police force. Father God, we stand and we have faith that you are just and you will let justice prevail. We ask, Lord, that even though many people may not even know Lena out there, that her story is getting out there, and that you will make a way where there seems to be no way. We thank you, Father God, for being who you are, being the light, and being the answer. And as we look to you today, we pray, Lord, that through faith, you shine down on this community and you shine down on wherever Lena is. And today, we stand as a community and we rise as a community on behalf of Lena. And we pray this in your heavenly name, in Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you so much. He's going to paraphrase for the Afghan community who's still coming in.
دا ورور دعا وکړه ټوله دعا د لینا د خوش کېدو لپاره وه او رب ته دعا وکړه چې سره د چې موږ تیارو کې یو خو ستا لخوا رڼا او دا چې موږ ناامیده یو امید د تا د خوا نه ده او موږ ته امید دا دی چې لینا بېرته مسونه کور ته راشي او موږ د یوې ټولنې په صفت د دې ټولنې د غړو په صفت دلته راټول شوي یو او تا نه دا غوښتنه کوو یا تا دعا کوو چې لینا بېرته کور ته مسونه راشي مطلب هدف دا و چې لینا په خیر دعا یې دا وه چې لینا په خیر کور ته مسونه راورسېږي.
And at this time, we'd like to ask a member of the Afghani community to come and offer prayers for Lena and her family.
زموږ د افغان کمیونټۍ لخوا یو څوک راځي او د لینا لپاره دعا کوي او څو آیات قرآن به تلاوت کوي. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. دعا وکړه چې دا ماشوم په خیر خپل فامیل ته بیرته سالمه راستنه کړي. پروردګار دغه غمیزه د دې کورنۍ زر تر زره په خوښۍ بدله کړي او طفل د دوی زیږه ټوټه په خیر بیرته د دوی کورنۍ سره یو ځای کړي. الله تعالی د زر تر زره یو ښه زیری رڼا راولي یو ښه زیری په موږ واوروي چې لینا بیرته په خیر خپل فامیل سره یو ځای شو. امین یا رب العالمین.
Thank you so much for that, and thank you for standing united. As I see your faces of the Afghani people, I am just want, on behalf of our city, that we're standing with you. And we hope today shows you how much and how concerned we are about Lena.
د تاسو د متحده او متفقه یا په اصلاح په اتحاد سره دلته راتګ ډېره مننه. زموږ شتون دلته په دې معنا ده چې تاسو ته دا څرګنده کړو چې موږ څومره تاسو سره په اصلاح په دې غمیزه کې شریک ځانونه بولو او ولاړ یو سره.
At this time, we're going to hear from Lena's father.
اوس لینا پلار نه غواړي چې یو څو خبرې واورو.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. لومړی کې ټولو نه مننه کوم چې زما د لور لپاره دعاګانې خاطر دلته راټول شوي دی او پولیسو هر ارګان چې دلته موږ ته راغلی دی ډېر کومکونه او ډېرې هلې ځلې شروع کړې نو خدای خو مهربان دی او ستاسو دعا خدای قبلوي انشاءالله چې هر کیدای شي موږ دعا خدای قبول نه کړي تاسو کوم نصیب وي چې هغه د یو نیک کار په بدل کې هم د ده دعا ته قبوله شي او زما لور بېرته واپس ما ته ورته راشي.
Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate that you're here and pray for my daughter. I'm really appreciative of the police department and everyone here. And I'm hopeful that, my daughter will be back. And I know there is a good person among this, at least one person among these gathering that God will accept his prayer and that will be the cause for sound and safe return of my daughter to home.
At this time, we're going to have Lena's father come and light a candle that we're calling Lena's candle. Some of you that are holding, some of the leaders in our community, our county is here, Bexar County Clerk is here, our Chief of Police, agents, communities and organizations, guardians of the children, who are also concerned about Lena. And so if you're holding one of those candles, those bigger candles, after Lena's father lights Lena's candle, we're going to ask that you come one by one to have your candle lit. This candle is a significance of hope, of faith, and of prayer, but mostly it's a symbol of unity.
Going to say you want to turn your cam on. Okay, your cam.
Oh,
Hi.
hi. So
Hi.
let me show you something.
Aw, hey, Azat. Azat.
So this is chicken. This is chicken korma.
Yummy. What time do we have to be there?
Well, you can come right away.
Oh, we're on our way. Everybody, we're going. Hey, Iconic. Everyone, we are going to
Texas.
That's right. We're going to Austin.
Austin.
Get ready for us, Iconic.
Anytime.
I'll book my international flight right away.
Iconic, if you want to come up, grab the link. That's up in the above you. Yes, let's finish listening to this, Azad. Now we want to ask you a couple of questions. And we want you to hear the end of what Kaz is going to talk about these kids. It's scary. And then we're going to start looking into all of these weirdos that are in the area and pull some police reports and, seeing what kind of perverts might have been like peeping Toms. Like, you got to start with the little weirdos that are kind of doing things like that. And unfortunately, these types of monsters, like if you go through a monster offender list and you read like what their charges are and say they got away with it and they got arrested 5 more times for the same thing, they seem to like have their, how do I word it, Kaz? Like,
well, it's like when it's hard to describe it, Ma. It's more like, like I'll give you a good example of HR these days. If you give somebody a reference these days and you go for another job and you're not exactly what that reference states, the person who gives that is now disreputable and they can get in big trouble because they can sue you these days. And
yeah, they have. It's almost like they have like a. I mean, I don't want to say like if you go to the ice cream store and you have like a certain ice cream you like, it's like they like certain types.
Yes.
Some like boys, some like girls, some like them very young. Unfortunately, the monsters. Some like them at that 11, 12, 13, just under 18. Like they just kind of stick with what they like. Unfortunately, it's sad and sick, but it's the facts. And these little freaks usually start by peeping in windows and doing weird little things like that, because I'm sure the FBI has pulled every monster in that neighborhood. I bet you they've already been to the houses to see where they're at. So it might have been somebody who, hasn't done this before, because I don't know if you know the story of Cash Gurnan, but Darren Brown, a friend of the family, sort of, literally went and took that baby right out of his crib, took him out into the woods, and did a horrible thing to him. And then he carried him into the street and left him at the end of somebody's driveway. And it was all caught on the camera inside of Cash's room. This man stealing this baby out of the bed with his twin laying right next to him.
Yeah.
And that was his first time doing something like that. But what was he doing before that? He was peeping in the fences. It's on my video, Cash Gurnan and Darren Brown. But yeah, he was 18, 19 years old when he did that. And this was like, what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah, it's gone so fast. I mean, there's been so many, well, too many. I will say too many.
Is that
cases.
iconic? Or is that our child? Or another iconic? Okay, so let's finish listening to the service prayer visual. As had, I know you're cooking, but if you can stay up, we would really like it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm with you people.
Lovely.
Yeah, you can go and cook and finish and stuff and come
No,
back.
I finished. I finished. I even ate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we get the leftovers, Mark. Yay!
Nice. So let's hear what they have to say, because I think everyone needs to light a candle for Lena. I'm actually going to light a candle tonight in my house, but we need to light a candle for Lena.
Yes,
absolutely. And our baby is missing. And we, at this point, are very united in a safe return for her. So we're going to have Lena's father light her candle.
دغه شمه دوی د لینا په نوم راوړل کېښې ده د لینا د والد صاحب نه خواهش کوي چې دې ته دا شمه بله کړي او په ضمن کې دلته د مختلفو ټولنو ادارو نه نمایندګان او کسان راغلي دي سره د چې دوی د عقیدوي مسله ده خو دوی وایي چې د نه هدف دا هم ده چې موږ وښیو چې موږ څومره متحده یو او په دې ځای کې راټول شوي تر څو د لینا د بیرته خوندي راتګ لپاره دعا وکړو خپل اتحاد او اتفاق وښیو.
It's purple.
It's a beautiful candle.
Yep, they're lighting a purple candle.
It's my favorite color too.
And I still want to play the video for them of little Lena and her dad, where she's talking on the video, because that it just kind of puts the knife that much deeper in your heart when you actually see them on a video talking. Then it's like,
Guardians of the children, if you'd like to come and light this candle.
Aw, look it. Aw. Look at the bikers came to help find the baby. What's the name of their biker group? Can anybody see what that says?
Well, it says San Antonio. Oh, darn, he moved.
Oh, we'll go back later and freeze frame it and blow it up. That was great. You see, Eshat?
Yeah.
You got the crazy bikers. Party animals, drinkers, probably smoking a little pot. And where are they? They are at a little Afghanistan baby who's missing. Visual. That right there says a lot. Props to them.
Yeah. This is the best example of humanity.
What does that say? Let me freeze to see if we can read her jacket. It says Guardians of the Children. See? Guardians of the Children, San Antonio. Let me just get a screenshot of this real quick. I will be contacting them. That is absolutely amazing.
Guardian of the children.
That's right. And look at them. At the baby's visual.
I'm getting all emotional.
Oh my gosh, I'm emotional right now. Actually, I'm like, oh, don't cry, don't cry. You're gonna have a stuffy
I'm,
nose.
I'm trying to hold it back. I'm blinking and looking upwards.
Right? My nose is like, it's like, don't do it. Don't. You could even probably hear it. My nose just starts to get congested. Amazing. It's sad, as hat. I don't know. I want. Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah, why not? You can ask me
How
anything
long?
you want.
How long have you been here in the United States?
I came to the US in 2013.
When you were back home, did you have problem with that, the Taliban and the ISIS in your communities?
So when I went back to Afghanistan back in 2017, I think it was 2016, no, I didn't have any issues at that time because at that time, Afghanistan was still relatively stable.
And that's when the states, the armies were there rebuilding, and then of course we won't even talk about what that was about. We're not even going there. So you didn't have any trouble with so at
No,
that time it was controlled and everything was under control, and they were all put in the camp that they were taken out of, right?
well, sometimes you have to be lucky to survive in those kind of circumstances. And the other thing is my level of risk taking is a bit higher than other
Again,
people.
we want to say to Lena's
Sorry,
father,
Azhat.
to the Afghan
But don't forget
community
what you were saying.
Sure.
who are still coming. And I see these faces, these sea of faces, and I pray that they don't lose hope, that their baby is found. And I see how much they support, and we all support one another. But if you could just turn and see these faces that are coming in, it's an amazing thing. And we pray for her. We pray for you as a community, and we stand. We stand united.
دوی اشاره وکړه زموږ د افغان وروڼو ته چې د لپاره چې لینا د هغه د بیرته مسونه راستنېدو لپاره دعا لپاره راځي ډلې موږ د دوی څیرې ګورو چې دوی څومره اصلاح راغلي او دلته د لپاره چې دعا وکړي راټول شوي او دا د اتحاد او اتفاق یو سمبول دی دا ښیي چې موږ څومره متفقه یو نو امید ده چې انشاءالله Lena
We'd like to now have a few words from our Chief of Police, Chief McManus.
Aww. I like him.
Good morning, everybody. First, let me thank the people who were here for being here this morning. Guardians of the children, you're always here. You're always caring about the issues that are going on in the community. I've known you all for a long time. Thank you for being here. Congressman Castro, thank you. Our county clerk, thank you for being here. Let me say this, if I may, and there's a lot of other people that and organizations that need to be thanked. Everyone has stepped up from USAA to HEB, offering assistance in any way they can. Let me just run through real quickly how this all developed from our perspective. So the minute that we got word that Lena was missing, we called out every resource that we have. You couldn't go in and out of the complex, as you know, those of you who live there, you couldn't go in and out.
The father looks absolutely broken.
Yeah.
Broken. All right. I mean,
Yeah.
he just looks broken.
That complex without being your car being searched, your name and license plate being recorded. We searched every single apartment unit in that complex. It was just under 300 units. And we not only searched them once, we searched them multiple times. We talked to specific individuals in there multiple times. The night of, well, we asked the FBI for their assistance straight on. And then that evening, I spoke to the special agent in charge, Chris Combs, and asked him to send in their national child abduction team, which they did. They were on the ground the next morning, which was pretty amazing.
Wait, if I didn't say something stupid or out of place, it wouldn't be cool. Does he look like Al Bundy, or is it just me?
I was going to say a young Al Bundy.
Hey, Nana, welcome. If you're in Discord, the link is on my page, YouTube homepage, and come in and we will get you into the rooms. Right? I mean, I'm sorry, as I had a, I mean, if it wasn't me to say something out of humor, like I always have to put a little bit of humor in these situations because if not, I would probably just always be upset. And if you see what the channel is about, it's all about finding and missing babies.
You're doing great.
But he looks like, do you know who Al Bundy is, it?
No,
Do you remember that TV show Married with Children?
no.
Oh, well, when you're done, if you want real quick, Google Al Bundy on Married with Children and you'll see. Okay,
I will do. I will definitely do that.
Okay. Oh, it's funny. He looks just like him. Okay, I'm going to be good.
There were 2 command posts set up, one at USAA. There's one also at police headquarters that the FBI is running, and it's pretty amazing to see the work that's being done. It's a training room, probably bigger than this pavilion right here, and it's packed with agents. It's packed with electronic equipment that we're using to try to track down Lena. The walls are plastered with pictures and posters and information that may help us find Lena. It's just amazing the amount of work that is going on, and we're not stopping. I read on social media a couple of questions about what about the border crossings. There's not a law enforcement agency in this country, in the middle of the country or at the borders, that doesn't know that Lena's missing. So if they try to cross the border with Lena in the car, we'll be aware of that. But we're not giving up hope. Unfortunately, I don't have any good news for you right now. We don't have any further leads on this case, but we are hard at it, even at this moment. They're working this case. So just want to let you know that. And the family and the Afghan community can be assured, rest assured, that we are working as hard at this case as I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of operations for missing persons, for wanted persons, and none of them that I've been involved in has been more intense than this one. So rest assured with that. And again, thank you all for being here.
لټولو نه مننه دلته څونه دوستان چې راغلي خاصتاً ښاغلی کاسترو چې د کانګرس غړی دی او یو ګروپ دی د اطفالو د حمایې دفتر هغوی نه ټول منندوی یو چې دا تاسو دلته راغلي څونه چې د کیس اړوند مسله ده موږ ټول هغه امکانات شته چې د هغه په کار واچول 2 یونټ هم موظف کړل شوي د سي بانک په ساحه کې یو د دوی په مرکزي دفتر کې حتی اف بی آی نه مستقیم پوښتنه وشوه چې په دې مسله کې داخل شي په ضمن کې هر هغه یونټ چې هلته د اپارتمان چې تقریبا 2 ځله یا د دې نه اضافه هر یونټ وکتلی شو هر اپارتمان چک شو هلته وتل او نتل چې څونه کسان به بیرون تلل د کمپلیکس نه برانتول ټول بار هغونه پوښتنې ګربېګانې کېدلې د ټولنیزو شبکو له لارې هم ټول هغه امکانات لپاره جوړ شوي دي البته زه په دې اوس موجوده وخت کې ښه خبر تاسو ته نه لرم چې هغه خبر وي چې موږ کوم یو مثبت هغه مخته خو دومره ویلی شم چې موږ تر اوسه پورې هم پلټنې مجریان لري او ناامیده نه یو او بلې موضوع ته اشاره وکړه هغه دا و چې بعضې خلک سوال نه کړي چې که خدای نخواسته دغه طفل د سرحد نه ای خواته وړی شوي وي د پولیسو مشر د موضوع ته اشاره وکړه چې د سرحدي پولیسو یا د دوی د سرحدي قوتونو هیڅ داسې غړی نشته چې د موضوع نه خبر نه وي دا په دې معنا ده چې د دې شانس ډېر کم دی په زمن کې دوی لا هم لګیا دي نو امید نه دي نو امید دی چې دا ماشوم ان شاء الله بخیر مسؤلین به کور ته راوګرځي او یو اطمینان درکوي چې د ویل چې په کومو دا ډول ورته د اختطاف په کیسونو کې داخل ومه یا د موضوعات کې داخل ومه دغه کیس دا موضوع چې تر ټولو نه ډېر اصلاح توجه ورته شوې یا اهمه ده نو مقصد بیا هم نا امیده نه دي دوی پلټنې لا جاري دي.
And very quickly, before we begin our final prayer, I'd like to introduce Lucia Diamond Clark, our Bexar County clerk, and she's going to introduce another dignitary here.
Good morning. It is heartfelt to know that we're all here together. And when they say that we're in one community, we're in one community. We are united and we are all family because we all bleed red. When it comes to a child, it is heartbreaking to know that it is Christmas Eve, but know that you're not alone. We are all here to make sure that we find Lena and we bring her back home safe. We have been praying among our own families to return her home. But I want you to know that we are here united. We are here together. And we are here holding arms so we bring her home to you because she is part of the whole community, not only your community, the whole community. So know that we're always going to stand shoulder to shoulder with you, no matter where we're at in Bexar County or the United States. So I want to introduce Congressman Castro to say a few words as well.
Good morning, everyone. I know all of us, if you look around here, you have people from all over San Antonio of different faiths, of different political stripes, different backgrounds, who come together because I believe all of us, when we saw the news that 3-year-old Lena was taken, were struck as parents. There's people that have younger brothers and sisters. My wife and I have a 5-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a baby on the way. And I can only imagine the fear and the intense worry that her parents and her family are going through. And all of us are here as San Antonians to let them know that we stand with them. And thank you to the San Antonio Police Department, who has done a wonderful job in its investigation and also of publicizing this and getting the word out. Thank you to everybody in the community who stood here today and who continues to spread the word. May God bless Lena and her family, and may she be returned safely.
هغه تاسو د کانګرس غړی دی او موږ هلته مختلف څیرې د مختلفو ډپارټمنټونو خلک سیاسي څیرې او مختلف سیاسي پسمنځانه خلک راغلي صرف هدف دا دی چې تاسو سره دا درته وښیو چې موږ متفق یو متحد یو تاسو په دې غمیزه کې ولاړ یو زه خپله پلار یم کله چې دغه غمیزې په اړه معلومات واورېدل نو موږ لکه مطلب محسوس درکوي ستاسو دا غم زه خپله پلار یم 3 کلن او 15 کلن اولاد لرم بل اولاد مېرمنې امیدواره ده بل اولاد هم خدای پاک ورکوي نو موږ تاسو سره په دې غمیزه کې ولاړ یو دلته د څونه خلک راغلي دا هم هدف او موخه همدا ده چې که د سان انټونیو ښار د هر کوی نه راغلي هر ځای نه راغلي هدف دا دی چې تاسو سره اتحاد او یووالی وښیي چې موږ په دې غمیزه کې تاسو سره څنګ په څنګ مټ په مټ ولاړ یو.
And now, as we say the final prayer, we'd like to invite Reverend Carrie Guerra to come and say our final prayer.
You know what else I noticed? Look in the background of all the men that are back there. That seem to look like they're from Afghanistan, Pakistan. And what is missing?
Woman.
Yeah.
There is not one woman.
Not one single woman.
Not one single woman back there besides the lady with that's running it. And another thing I noticed that I didn't even think about is in the beginning, they show you the 2 kids with the COVID mask on in the hoodie. You wouldn't And then you got to think about being able to put a mask on in these days to disguise yourself. All right, let's go with the end of it. But I was just like taking notes on that. Like, yeah, not one lady.
Which is unfortunate.
Mm.
Yeah.
Let us pray together. Jesus gathered his little ones in his arms and blessed them. Have compassion on all of us who fear for Lena. As all things are possible with you, redeem this horror with the immensity of your love. Lead us to unity with one another in the face of this overwhelming difficulty. Be with us as we struggle with fear, with grief. In our pain, bring your comfort, and in our sorrow, bring your hope and your promise of new life. In the name of Jesus, amen. And I'd like to offer one more prayer for those who pray with us, for those who are out searching for Lena, for those who lend their gifts and their abilities to the return of this sweet, precious child. Blessed are you, Lord God of mercy, who through your Son gave us a marvelous example of charity and the great commandment of love for one another. Send down your blessings on these your servants who so generously devote themselves to helping others. Grant them courage when they're afraid, wisdom when they must make quick decisions, strength when they are weary, and compassion in all their work. When the alarm sounds and they're called to aid both friend and stranger, let them faithfully serve you in their neighbor. We ask this in your name. Amen. And finally, Lord God, protect your child, Lena. Hear our prayers. Amen.
Amen.
That is going to conclude our prayer service. On behalf of this family, we would just like to say thank you so much, everyone, for being here. For those of you who are watching the live stream, we just hope that you prayed along with us in hopes that this baby, this precious one, this Lena, is returned. And so we thank you.
That man is broken.
Thank you again. Bless you and keep you safe.
So, on behalf of the Afghan community, I will thank you all to come here and pray for Lena. Our Afghan community really appreciate your presence here and the efforts taken by the police department and FBI and everybody. Thank you, Mr. Senator. All of Afghan community feels like that we are from here and we are now American, and we share same values for each other, and we will be work together for this community to build up, and we will work together. And all of our community is very thankful and very heartfelt by this your efforts and your support for us. And thank you very much.
So, your thoughts on that? As it
Mine? They just like say that we appreciate the help, the support of the community, and that is a normal prayers and things like that, which is, they just wanted to give them a hand of support and to boost and, to the sense of the community, which is a good thing, which is a positive thing.
Oh, this was beautiful.
It was really beautiful, especially the bikers and then the Afghan community.
Yeah, but then the biker had his hand out on that older lady. It was just really. I'm gonna reach out to them. Yeah, I'm gonna send them an. I'm gonna try to reach out and send them a little shout out. That was great. But the question is, we got to find this baby, and it's been 5 days.
Yes. And it's disturbing the information around that area of people that may, if she was taken, could have taken it. And I'm blown away. I had to stay muted. I couldn't talk because after seeing the map, which I'll show you all in a bit, you'll be blown away.
Yeah, that was nice. Even for the chief of the police to be there.
Yeah.
I noticed he's got his arms and his wrists are bandaged. I hope he's okay, both ends.
I'm watching to see if there's anybody who just looks like. So far, the only one I saw was weird was that kid that was standing back by the tree with the hoodie on and the mask in the beginning. But I promise you that there's an undercover cop there, probably FBI too, that are watching everybody in that crowd to see everything.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll have eyes all over the place to see if anybody that stands out that shouldn't be there.
They definitely will. What did Gamer Guy? MonkieMar. Oh, thank you, Gamer Guy. Well, it's me, Kaz, and Iconic. If Iconic wants to come up, you want to come up and ask, is it anything? Let me think what else we have that I wanted to talk about on Lena. The father, we're listening to this, seeing if there's any weird little creepers in the background. Because they like to go to these things. I mean, these people are weird. And I know I got to play the Michael Vaughn thing. After Kaz talks about 30 remain missing from San Antonio area. So what else would you like to tell us? Yeah, I'm starting to definitely think it can only be one or two things. She didn't wander off. She didn't get lost in the woods. Somebody took her. It's either somebody that's part of the community or some little lurker outside of the community. But it's probably somebody who knows somebody or lives in the community.
So someone is asking a question that how long ago the family came to the U.S. They came to the U.S. exactly 2 years and 3 months ago, which is 2.5 years ago.
Yep, 2 years and 3 months.
Yes.
After getting all the way over here to have a better life to the wonderful United States of America. And somebody takes their baby. So the girl was already born. Well, no. No, Lena was born over there because Lena's probably between the ages of 4.5 and 6.
Yeah, that is what I believe.
Yeah, Lena's between 4.5 and 6 years old. Oh, what is she saying? One sec.
We ask that you hold your questions until the very end, and we'll address them then. Fair?
Oh, one sec, guys. Let me back up a little bit. Okay. Let's hear what they have to say real quick. Iconic, take a link.
Provide a brief on why we're here at the Lena's Vigil. After that, our acting special agent, Mr. Garris with the FBI, will also be able to provide some insight as to the case and its makeup. We ask that you hold your questions until the very end, and we'll address them then. Fair? Let's start with a recap, Chief.
All right. So, starting from the very beginning.
Sorry, Ezha, but I actually think this is a very, very good question. What will the community do, if anything, if they find out it's someone they know? So what if it's somebody in the Afghanistan, Pakistani community that did something to this little girl? What do you think the people in the community will do?
Well, I cannot tell you anything. They can just hide it. I mean, they can put it under the carpet, or they can expose that guy. I don't know. I really don't know. So the thing is, this community is so close knit community, you know. Then they will do the cost benefit analysis, and then they will have their own meeting to decide what to do, what will be the pros, what will be the cons. And when it comes to a closed knit community, then they have to decide, they have to bring the issue, discuss the issue, and then decide what to do.
Okay, so let's just say that you're saying, let's just say that the neighbor's little brother just came from Afghanistan 3 weeks ago, and he's a little monster boy, and
Yeah.
he took Lena and he did something to her, and God forbid, let's just say she's passed on, and they find Lena, and the investigation comes back because they will find out where it came back to, and it comes back to someone in the community. You mean to tell me that the father of Lena is not going to want to kill that guy?
No, if that guy is the brother, if that guy is the cousin, if that guy is someone close, maybe he will give him a ticket and tell him go back to Afghanistan, and then we will sort it out in Afghanistan.
Wow, that is absolutely mind blowing. Okay, let me address humanimal, then I'm going to start the thing. No, they came here in 2019. Let's just say that even Lena is 4, she would have been close to 2 when she came here. But Lena, we don't know her exact age because if you go back and watch the last video, because we're not going to have Ezra explain it again, birth certificates, how old they are, it's interesting, it's educational, but we don't know exactly how old Lena is. She's between 4 and 6. So yes, she was a baby when her parents came to the United States, correct, as it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear the chief. Let's listen to what Ted Bundy has to say.
When we first learned, which was around 7:15 Monday night, that Lena was missing, we pulled every resource that we had and set up a command post at the apartment complex. You didn't come in or leave that complex without having your car searched, without having your name and your license plate taken down. We searched almost 300 apartments in that complex, not just once, but twice and sometimes even more than that. We brought in search dogs from over an hour and a half away that same evening. We requested assistance from the FBI. They responded very generously with their agents. The command post was established on the scene at the complex. It was later moved to USAA, where it exists today. We set up another command post at police headquarters, staffed primarily by. Well, I'll let the Agent Garris talk about that. But we spared no resource in trying to find Lena. This was probably one of the most intense searches that I've seen. I was reading on social media where folks were asking, what about the border crossings? As I mentioned just a few minutes ago, there's not a law enforcement agency in this country, be it federal or be it local or state, that doesn't know that Lena's missing. So if anyone tries to get across the border with her, hopefully the agents will pick that up at the border. We will continue this search until we go completely cold. But we are not stopping. We still have hopes that we'll be able to recover Lena, hopefully safe and sound. But it's been a very, very intensive search with no resources spared. And again, we'll continue that until we run cold.
Residents at the apartment have pointed out that there's a lot of gaping holes around the complex. Gates that are broken, pedestrian gates that don't even have locks in them. Is anything being done now for the people who are still there and afraid to secure all of the various places where people can come and go? I mean, I know you've got the front end covered.
Sure. We had all the entrances and exits covered that evening and the following day. That's something that we'd have to take up with the management of the property about fixing fences and whatnot. But we had all the entrances and exits covered that evening.
You don't think she's still on site though?
I don't know. I just don't know. We don't know.
What's it going to take to elevate this from a missing persons case to something that's happening?
You know, somebody asked that the other day, and what's the difference whether it was an abduction case or whether it's just a missing person? And what we're doing right now, there is no difference. What would change is if we got information about a possible suspect or a possible vehicle, we would be following up on that as well. So that's what the difference is. Right now, we're doing as much as we would do, even if it's an abduction, even if it were an abduction case, we're doing as much as we would do, minus looking for some specific person.
I'd like to talk to Alice Garrett. Introducing yourself.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Garris. I'm the acting special agent in charge of the FBI San Antonio field office.
Okay, Eshat, are you there?
Yes, I am with you people.
Okay, could you just, for Humanimal, let me put her question up here for you. Being born in a war-torn country doesn't stop a mother from giving a day, month, and a year of a day of birth. Can you just wrap up the way that it works there for her in a couple short little sentences, please?
Yeah, so if she was born at home and if she doesn't have a birth certificate, 2-3 years is not that a long time that the parents will not remember it. So majority of these immigrants, what they do, because in the beginning, in the first 7 years, 8 to 10 years, they have to struggle just to make it to a stage, in the US. So for that reason, what they do, they intentionally register their children younger for the sake of child support money. So if a child is younger, he will be getting the child support for a longer period of time, if it makes any sense to you people. And then also like these, especially in California, these immigrants like from Afghanistan, Pakistan, and those third world countries, what they do, they have like a plan. They have a predefined plan that, okay, after 2 years, we will give birth to one child. After 2 years, another child, another child, another child. So they have 7, 8 children and they get the child support. So only the child support is like a good $2,000, $2,500, more or less, I don't know because I don't have any children.
Yeah, but that makes sense what you said. So I think yes, intentionally, that was my point. Okay, so yeah. So that's how they do it. And here comes the FBI. Let's hear what they say. I pray. So have you heard anything either as that on the security footage cameras that they're looking into, or nobody knows anything? 'Cause I'll tell you, they won't tell anything, even if they know something, unless it's something they need help from the public. They will keep it like completely close knit.
They won't tell. The only thing which I thought a bit weird and a bit like alarming was this head of cops, head of police, when he went to the mosque and he explicitly told the community members that he asked them that if you people have any kind of information, share the information with us. Your name will not be mentioned. We will not interview you. We will not give you headache. Just share the information with us. That portion was a bit alarming to me. That why a police chief would go and address a specific group of people rather than addressing a larger group of people. You know what I mean?
Well, that is actually very, very interesting. Did he give them did he tell them to talk to him, or did he also say that you can reach out to the anonymous tip line?
Yeah, they said that just reach them, reach the police, the FBI, give the information, and then do not worry. We will not mention your name. We will not interview you. We will not give you a hard time. Just like you are not supposed to worry, just give the information, whatever information you have. That portion was a bit alarming to me because in these kind of cases, you do not address a specific group of people unless there is something.
Bingo. And they wouldn't address it like that, but it's weird too that the chief went there. Like
Yeah,
I
he went
said,
to.
I don't know why, but I keep going back and I keep thinking that it's just like, I mean, I pray it's not somebody from their community, but like Kaz, like, tell
Yeah.
him what you told earlier when we were talking about what you said about Creed and all that,
Oh,
real quick,
yeah.
and then we'll finish this video.
Yeah. My take on why the police chief did that was because I think, and I'm only assuming, I think in his head he thought people in the community might be too scared if they did have any information to come forward, like to the police station or speak to one of the FBI officers at the apartment complex. And I thought he was trying to say, look, we don't want to know who you are, but if you do have any, tidbit of information that you'd like to tell us, keep it strictly anonymous. And we won't ask any other questions. You just say what information you've got, and then you go away. If you ring, you hang up. You say, I know XYZ, then that's it. They won't ask your name, where you live, no nothing. And I think that's what he was trying to do. If he didn't do it the right way, well, that could be possible. That could be because he's not well versed in the culture.
And I don't think he understands that, but I wonder as that I wonder if you should call him because he seems like he's definitely willing to talk, and maybe you should explain to him
Yes,
what
I
you said
agree.
to us about how they will keep secrets and tight lip and stuff like that, like, and do it anonymously. Send it in an anonymous email, but maybe I'm sure. I mean, it's the FBI, but I'm sure that that to me is mind blowing that the
No,
family would
but
push it under the rug because the community decides that that's the best thing to do.
no, but the thing is, like, I'm 100% sure in this case, the family doesn't know anything. If someone knows something, that should be not the family, but someone from the community.
Oh, I agree. I don't think the family knows anything. That father is broken. That father almost to me looks like he's probably going to need to
Yeah.
be on
And
some type
I
of
will
medicines to keep him anxiety free.
and I will tell you one other thing, like that may be a bit of information for you people as well. Like in America, if there is a killing inside the family, usually it is because of insurance money, or maybe it is because of the child custody battle, or maybe it is because of probably a mental health issue,
Yep.
But in the Afghan community, so marriage is a one-time transaction. When you are married, then you are married for forever. So there is nothing uh, related to the child custody, and this community, they do not know anything about insurance and how insurance works. So I mean, like in a typical American family homicide, whatever is taking place, those things do not take place in the Afghan family setup. You know what I mean? I hope I'm clear in my point.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Did you understand?
I understand that how that
Yeah.
culture works. Yes.
Yeah, so what I meant was that the family, why would a dad harm his child? If there is no custody issue, if there is no insurance issue, if there is no another issue inside the family, between husband and wife.
Everything that you just said, I could go back and probably put 3 cases to each of those incidences that you just gave. We know all about it. That's what we do.
Yeah, but in
We
Afghanistan,
know.
other thing, there is one other thing that happens. That is the honor killing. But the honor killing, it happens when a girl is about 16 or 18 or 20.
Yes, I know about the honor killing and that guy that just got caught after he killed his 2 girls, the man from Pakistan.
Right. So it doesn't happen when a girl is 5 or 6 or 7, because in that time the girl is still a child. So yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you said that because I just said the other night, I said, and we talked about it. I think it was Iconic and I, or maybe Hummingbird. I said, this is not an honor killing because the baby's too young. I
Yeah.
said, somebody took the baby. Because
Yeah.
then we know about the story. I actually have a friend that actually did a documentary on that, and it was actually he even interviewed her mother. His name is John Crimes, but that was a sad. His name was Saddam, I think.
Yeah. And also,
The
like, this family belongs.
taxi cab driver. And then the mother took the babies away with the boyfriend, and then she got coerced to coming back, and then he took the girls and shot him. And that 911 call was heartbreaking.
And he was arrested a couple of years ago.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. He was actually, his son was helping him. He was harboring him for the
Yes, he
last 10,
was.
12 years. Yeah.
All right, let's finish the FBI video real quick, and then Kaz is going to tell some disturbing news about that San Antonio area. And then we are going to start digging on Peepin' Toms because,
I'd like to thank the community for their unwavering level of support, especially the Afghan community, the individuals that live in the apartment complex, which we continue to search. Our local, state, public, and private partners, they've done a phenomenal job. Today, we're here to support Lena and her family and show our continued commitment to the San Antonio Police Department's investigation. We encourage anyone that has tips or leads or information, if they can give those to the San Antonio Police Department ASAP, and just any continued support that the community can give us, we greatly welcome it.
What is the process looking like right now? I mean, I know that there was some process going inside SAPD. Can you tell us what that process looks like in terms of the search? I know there's video camera footage of this interview. What has been seen on that? Any information on suspects? No suspects identified yet. What are we looking at right now?
So I just want to reiterate what Chief McManus said. We've had 2 command posts, one at USA, and we have 1 downtown. The 1 downtown, we have hundreds of agents and officers thoroughly examining video evidence or video media, I'll leave it at that, going through hundreds of leads, and we're doing our best to locate this missing girl. Yes. So we do, which is why we're supporting San Antonio Police Department. Chief McManus asked us within the early hours to assist them with the investigation. We have a phenomenal relationship with the San Antonio Police Department. They're the consummate professionals and premier law enforcement agency. We brought in our child abduction response team within hours, like Chief McManus said. They have very unique capabilities and background. We also brought in our behavioral analysis unit out of Quantico. We also have data exploitation units here, and then we are doing some other sensitive things that I cannot discuss.
We can transition to a Spanish-speaking interview. Mr. Garris, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Am I good to move up?
Switch off for the.
I think that's it. Let's see if we
Yeah.
see that guy with the hoodie and the mask on again, hanging out by the tree. Did you see him in the beginning? Let me go back to the beginning to who I'm talking about. I'll just play it in slow, with no volume, I mean. Because he was hanging out. I'll just let it go while we talk. Yeah, wait for the guy. He's on the left of the screen and he's by a tree and he's got on a hoodie and a COVID mask. Okay, Kaz, let's hear the information on what's going on in San Antonio.
All right. I'd like to start off with Lena. Do you want me to talk about the bad people that live in her neighborhood?
Well, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Do you want to share screen?
Yeah, I will do.
Okay.
Give me
Let me see
one momento.
if I can find this guy with the hoodie real quick. Where was he? It was like right. Where are you, Mr. Hoodie? Yeah, but it was definitely like towards the beginning. You could see the lady. What do you call the scarves over the hair?
That is called, okay, in Pashto language, we call it tikrai.
Okay.
Tikrai, like tikrai. In Dari language, Persian language, we call it chadar. 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 In English, like we call it scarf, right? You mean the scarf?
Oh,
yeah. What they wear around their heads, across the foreheads, that just covers underneath the chin.
Yeah, that is chadar.
Chadar.
Mm.
There's a lady there on the right with the mask on, and he was over here to the left.
Can't see the screen.
There he is. Okay, let me share the screen. There he is. I found him. He's there to the left.
Oh, yes. Yes. It makes you wonder why he's got the
I mean, he's not. I don't know. He just doesn't fit in. He's creeping behind the tree. I don't know. It's weird. He just right here as what she's wearing on her hair.
Yeah, that is chadar.
Okay.
Chadar.
Does it look
Chadar,
like
and that is more of a Muslim thing.
Yes. Okay, well maybe it could be that. I mean, do you think that person stands out back there with the mask and the hoodie by the tree, or is it kind of like?
No, he is one of the Afghan community member.
Oh,
maybe
okay.
he doesn't want to come on camera. A lot of these folks are camera shy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually the only one at that whole entire crowd that I could see that stood out. But we have a viewer that was supposedly going to go there and send me footage of like everyone that was there. So we'll see if that comes back or not. Okay, Kaz, the floor is yours. I'll handle the comments inside chat.
Thank you, Ma. I'll just go back and reshare my screen.
Yeah, PB&J. The first time it went by, I was trying to see if I could see any, excuse me, as the boobies, but oh, look how I love this picture of her. Uh-oh.
Can you see my screen, everybody?
Nope, it's still buffering.
Yeah,
Come
I see
on.
it.
You see it?
Yeah, I see the map and I see
You can
some
see the map.
yellow, green.
The green
Yeah.
and yellow dots. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And I see a cursor which is moving.
Yeah, my little handy pandy. Can you
Yeah.
not see it, Ma?
It will probably come in for me. Let me go out and come back in, but I'm on my phone so I can hear you.
Okay. All right. One thing that concerned me about Lena was the amount of SOs that are in the area. Now, if you go to the whole area of San Antonio, the amount of SOs are unimaginably large. Now, the area that they are from is around the Castle Hills area. That's where the apartment complex is situated. Now, we have 9, 17, you've got 18 there, you've got another 11 there, there's 17 there, there's 71 here, 29 here. That's a lot, a heck of a lot. So just clicking on this one alone.
And that's when you have to go through all of these people and decipher which one happen to like the ones that are unfortunately Lena's age group.
So are these sex offenders?
Oh, we can't say that, but yes. You say SOs.
Yeah, call them monsters as it. Yeah, those are all monsters that
Yeah.
you have no idea how many monsters there are. But yes, but now so from all of these monsters, you have to make a list and then you have to go through and get rid of the ones that don't fit the criteria is honestly what you would have to say because like I said each one has a type that they like and
Correct.
they're sick.
Yeah. I mean, just in a few miles radius of Castle Hill, look at the amount that are in the area. I mean, it's unfathomable, the amount that's there. That's scary, that there's those amounts, and I hope to goodness that the police are onto that. Now, and another thing that when Mara and I was looking at Lena was we had a look at how many babies, and I class babies 0 to 6 years old, that are missing in the area. And this is a list of the babies that are currently missing in the San Antonio area alone. We have a beautiful Lena. We have a young boy, I can't pronounce, I'm not going to even try to pronounce, young boy Carter and his sister Jocelyn, the brother and sister that went missing in February. We have Jaden Carter, the baby of the other 2 children. Then we have these beautiful babies that you don't want to see them cough. Now that's just that's between 0 and 6 in the San Antonio area in Texas. Then we have a look at the amount of there's 55 females in the Texas area that are currently missing, and their ages are from 7 to 15, and that's where I cut it off. So there's 55 young women that are missing, and these are current. Ariana Wright, which we know is the sister of Jonathan Wright, and the Jonathan Senior. They think they're with him, but then we've got this young girl in San Antonio. She went missing on December 19th.
It's saying that this week, 15-year-old Paradise Castillo and 13-year-old Catherine Noblet were reported missing since December 19th and December 14th, respectively. There's Aiden Rodriguez, 15, Kaylee Martinez, 15, Volin. There's just, but
Too many.
too
We have
many.
a this.
As of December 5th,
Yeah.
officials have not indicated whether they believe to have been abducted or whether they ran away. And this has nothing to do with Jonathan Wright.
No,
The,
not at all. I wasn't inferring that. I'm just
yeah.
saying that those two pictures of the
Oh,
first couple of kids on there.
I don't know if my pictures are changing. I still see
Oh,
the
sorry.
monster
I,
map. Yeah, you
I,
have to take it each time you change it. You have to change the tab.
I did, darling.
So, yeah, I'm just saying though, then we got Ariana, Lucas, and Jonathan with their nice father, Jonathan Wright. But I'm actually looking, I mean, the human trafficking from Mexico to San Antonio, I'm looking at it right now. It's absolutely frightening, to be honest with you guys.
It is.
And not only is a big thing that I just read that not only bringing kids to Mexico, they're talking about Texas investigating allegations that unaccompanied migrant children are being abused, sexually assaulted in San Antonio. You cannot make this shit up. There is some sick people in this world.
Unfortunately,
In
yes.
short, this facility is a health and safety nightmare. It says, which reportedly housing more than 1,300 teens who recently crossed the U.S. Mexican border without a parent or guardian. And then they're being abused. All right, Kaz, sorry, but just.
No, don't be sorry.
Because I was looking to see about children, if there's any known cases of children being taken, like American children being taken from U.S. to Mexico, but I really can't find too many things about that, but there's definitely children from Mexico being brought here and abused in San Antonio. I mean, we're gonna have to really dig, but
Yeah.
we haven't even scratched the surface. Okay,
No.
it's all yours, girl.
I'll just show you this, meaning it wasn't showing up on everybody's screen, and I do apologize for that.
Yeah, each time you change, unless you copy and paste and put it in the same tab that you were using at that time, which you can do, it won't show unless you stop sharing and share that tab. But if you copy the address and put it like into that tab, the next one you want to share, then it will stay in that tab and you don't have to stop sharing screen.
All right. So, did everybody see the young ones that's showing on the screen now?
We do.
Awesome. So they're the younger ones, and I will just.
And there's Lena. Go down for a second, Kaz, to the baby with the glasses on.
Oh, hang on.
I don't know why, but I got just a spidey feeling when Melanie Rivera. When did she go missing?
August 1st from El Paso, Texas.
My gosh,
Would you
look
like
at how
to see
cute
the details?
No, not now. We're gonna dig later, but look at how cute she is. No, okay, I'm gonna shut up. Let me
This picture broke my heart. I mean, this is a baby, a young baby.
Wow, Jim Jules lives in San Antonio, about 5 miles away from where Lena was taken. I was almost sex trafficked last month. Going, holy shit!
Oh my
Going
gosh.
for a job interview, I had to call the police. Would you come one day and tell us your story? Holy cow! Oh, we would love to talk to you. My email, Jim Jules, is in my description under every video. And it comes up in the room if the bot's working. Yes, I would love to talk to you. Like, yeah, we are not that's one thing that we are definitely big time against is okay. Let me stay focused now because I see squirrels, guys.
Yes, you do.
Maybe that's one of the
So do
things that
I.
Kaz, maybe that's welcome back, Exit. Maybe that's one of the things I should put on the Streamlabs when I get it going is like a little squirrel that pops up like,
That'd be so funny. But this is if I just scroll down, these are some of the ones that are under 15, and this is just the first page. As we go forward on page 2, just refreshing. Come on. It's saying no, Kaz, you've been on here too many times. Come on.
Yeah, iconic too. She'll tell you next time she's up. I'm not going to tell her story, but they called her back. The Tampa, I don't know if it was the Tampa, Polk County, Pasco County. We're dealing with so many Tampa counties about the missing and exploited children on April Thompson's daughter, the little one that was on that page with the going live, and the one where she was like just had the towel wrapped around her, and we reported that. And I know they got back to Iconic. I'm not sure now with the holidays, but the missing and exploited children in the Pasco County, I think, or Polk County got back to her. Maybe Hillsborough County. I don't know. I can't remember the county about that regarding that page.
I mean, the statistics from for as far as child STs in 2020, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children had 17,000 reports in 2020. Now, we all know by what's been in the newspapers and on the media over this past year, that has got to have increased significantly.
Yeah, Jim, do you want to come up? Wait. Let Kaz finish telling us real quick about these girls that are missing.
I mean, all I wanted to say is there's 55 females. There's 33 males, but 55 females in the Texas area that are missing. So I want to do a bit more research into this to find out more information.
Oh, we're definitely going to research. I bet you that Iconic is over there, Pasco. I bet you Iconic is over there right now with her little, what is her phone called? The note phones with the little stylus pen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I bet you she's going to town.
Fingers will be.
But it's time that we look into what's going on as far as all of these babies missing, and I think we're going to. I need an exact apartment number inside that building, not the main building. I need like an exact apartment number.
The exact apartment number I can't tell you. I can tell you the exact address and the name of the apartments, but not the exact apartment number.
I know, me too, but I would love to get the exact apartment number so that I can go in through there and start jumping like how we figured out who was the owner in the penthouse buildings and stuff.
Yes. I mean, it can be found. That's not a problem.
We'll find it.
We'll find it. Yes, human. You're absolutely.
Jim, if you want to call in, you don't have to go on cam. You don't have to put your name up there. You can stay anonymous. You don't have to tell us details, but we would like to hear how it actually, what they did to try to coax you into doing something like that, because I think every woman needs to hear something like that to have their guard up on something in that situation.
Oh, absolutely. Education is 100% the way we have to do with kids from extremely young age.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is definitely power.
And it needs
no
to
matter
be
what age.
Right? And it needs to be a woman empowerment. We love Benson, we love Kenny Gamer, but we need to let the other one knows that this does happen. And here's a simple story of thinking you're going on a job interview, and next thing you know, you're going to be like, I keep thinking of the movie Taken. You're going to be like drugged and handcuffed into a room and having to have like weird. Yeah.
Well, at some
Oh,
other time,
you're not
Jen.
taking it away from Lena. We're gonna wrap it up soon. That's really, unless Ezit can maybe somehow locate the address, and I would love to have their address, because then I can start looking in from that actual address of who lived there or who's around there or.
Yeah, because the time frame in which Lena went missing, it reminds me how quickly she went missing is like Cleo. She went missing so fast in a short period of time, and we know what Terence did. It was a crime of opportunity. Now,
Oh,
for
it's
her mum, just
definitely.
for
But
her
you
mum,
but the thing that gets me, and let's talk this out for a second. I usually don't talk it out on a live, but I'm going to talk it out. The thing that gets me is this. Okay. A little girl is at the playground, and it was in the video where the father's talking in the beginning and showing her. It looked like a dog park almost. It has a fence around it, all that good stuff.
yeah.
Okay, it's a stranger is not going to walk up, especially because you know that little girl was not there with anyone else. The mom is not going to leave a 3-year-old alone. Like you said, the families are always together. So the
Exactly.
question is, how many children were there? How many adults were there? And what was going on? Because it's not going to be somebody who doesn't know what's going on and has been watching the situation to have the nerve to go up and do that unless they fit into the community.
Or can blend in, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're watching a certain area, and if you're one of those bad people that live in surrounding where their apartment complex is, you're going to, if you've done it before, you know how to blend in. It's like a man. Let me give you an example. If you've got a playground full of kids and all the mums are there, and you've got this male person that is standing off on the side, looking around, doesn't have a child, just looking, that stands out like big kahunas, as you guys say, Mark.
Yeah, I
But
get what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. So if it was not somebody that was part of it, could have been somebody maybe wearing a COVID mask or disguising himself. But if that was the case, no way, because the people in the community, like you said, are very close. They would know that person kind of stood out. So what would the odds have been that little Lena would have been completely alone, or not even alone, but off in a distance doing something to where somebody would grab her and she wouldn't scream? I mean, it's something like it's
but
almost like a ninja jumped in and snatched her. I mean,
yeah,
if you're around that many people, somebody had to have seen something. Because let's go back. Let me see if I can find the video real quick where the dad is actually talking at the playground. You know what I'm talking about?
yes, absolutely. Yeah, that was in his interview. The playground was directly behind him.
You know what? Let me just find it because I think it was actually from the live. What live was it from? Last night? Not no, we didn't go live last night.
No, that
I
was.
was. I'll find it. It was the night before. And I will say this though, just I am definitely Kaz remind me because you know I go brain dead a little bit. I am definitely gonna reach out to I want to give big props and reach out to the Guardian Angels. I need to reach out
Absolutely.
to Michael Vaughn. Oh, Michael. Oh, we have to play the Michael Vaughn thing. We can't
We
forget.
do. We do.
I want to reach out to Michael Vaughn's mom. Actually, somebody had left a comment that they knew Michael Vaughn's mom very well. It's in the comment section on my last Michael Vaughn video. Let me
See,
find the video of Dad.
while you're looking for that, I'm
I
just
have
having a
it.
look.
I have it.
You got it already? Okay. Because I'm just looking at the apartments, and the apartments themselves are the walkways are only about, what, 2.5 feet wide? And then they have a very small garden, and there's 1, 2, 3 levels of apartments from looking at the photos. So this playground area is very compact within the apartment. So, you know, it really
Exactly.
does blow your mind how somebody could sneak off up this pathway that leads away from the playground.
We need Iconic with her little pen real fast. What's the name of the place? Casa, whatever. Can you Google real quick, Kaz, how many units are in that building? Because it will just tell you how many units are in there. I'm curious to know how many units. That's
Yeah,
a big
sure.
build. That's a big complex. And then I'm going to show you guys another complex because if you just cross right through the grass into the next complex, there is a playground in that complex, but this is not where they're at. They're at like a little dog park. This is the video. I'm not going to keep up the sound because we don't need to listen to it again, but this is it. Oh, uh, where is it? Okay, let me just let it play for a second. Right there.
Yes.
To me, I mean, okay, it's a little playground. No, I guess it's a little shitty. I mean, is that fence really torn down that somebody could have actually just run in there, grabbed the kid, and ran out?
Well,
Obviously.
the apartment complex is relatively old, on the older side. So
Thank you, Nana. I'm going to invite them to join my group. Oh, remind me too. I got to start making more notes. I have to make Kath a mod in the Facebook group. I'm going to put a community post out because we have the DA to get a hold of. We've got the spreadsheet that we're working on after this live. And hopefully Iconic will have a little bit of time to jump in to the phone. But so let's get back to this. Okay. She's taken out of, this is where they were. And I mean, we're not talking about off in a distance in a community park. And I'm going to pull it up on Google and show you. We're talking about this playground to where that tennis court looks like it's to the right is completely surrounded apartments on both sides. And from the playground to the apartment, you're not even talking 30 feet.
No, not at all. That's what I'm saying. For somebody to like come down the pathway, which is so narrow, 2.5, 3 feet at the most width. So you've got to go from the car park area, which is at the front, walk down the pathway, see a child playing there, happen to see the mother walk away, then grab the child and run up the pathway right through the middle of the apartments and not be seen. That's something that's mind-blowing that can occur. Really is mind-blowing.
That's what it reminds me of. The people that do this look like they got little guy on the right. I'm going to get him on my Streamlabs. And every time somebody types in, he has got big kahunas, this little guy is going to pop up.
Yeah.
Look, a squirrel. You've got big kahunas to do something like that.
Not wrong. I mean,
Kaz thinks I'm nuts.
We thought Cleo's abductor had big kahunas, but oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, he's got, I mean, I'm surprised that we didn't see them dragging in the background when he was getting on the airplane. I am so taking that little big kahuna squirrel. I'm going to figure out how to incorporate him into the channel. I've got a big balls. You've got big balls. But we've got the biggest. That's a song. Balls. It's an AC/DC song, I think.
I'm just
So,
having a look at some of the reviews of the people have left. It looks like the incident of crime around the apartment complex is
yeah,
quite
you go
high.
ahead and talk. I'm going to pull up the maps real quick. I want to show you guys one more thing before we show you the Michael Vaughn, and then we are going to wrap it up because now I need to start digging. But I'm trying to figure out to put an address in, like an apartment number or something around. Let me just go to 1 second. Let me go to a home nearby and see if I can gather a report where they show you the pictures and ones that fit the criteria of baby. I told you, all of these people that do something like this, they need to be hung in a park and stoned.
Mm.
Just or have their kahunas cut off. Oh, here we go. Now this location is only about 2 miles from her location, probably less, but I can't see chat. There are 100.
Yes.
Okay. So these give you the description of what these creepos are about. And it's guys, let me ask you guys in the side chat something. I mean, first of all, let me ask, do you think the person that took Lena lives in the apartment complex? Because I'm going to bring up Google Maps and show you something real quick about this area. And I think it was like a 9,000 Frederickson or something.
Yeah, 9,400 block of Fredericksburg Road.
900 what?
9,400 block of Fredericksburg
Road, San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it is that we remember this stuff, but it's pretty scary.
It is.
Okay, so let's look at these guys. I can't see chat, guys. I'm sorry. So, how many of you guys think that it happened in it's a community dweller, or maybe not even somebody who's on a lease, but maybe somebody who visits somebody who is not part of the Afghan or Pakistan community, but the other community, and they live in the community or visit.
Can you put a 1 in chat?
If you think that's that might be it, put a 1, please. Like an American, just somebody who is not part of the community of Lena's family.
Pamela thinks 80%. Leslie agrees.
When you look at that playground, this is not like she was out there playing alone. And somebody could have been sitting in a kitchen window looking out the window. That would. And what time was she taken from the park?
It was around 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Okay, well, at that time, it is pretty. I don't know how dark it is in Texas at that time, but where I live, it's pitch black.
Iconic. What's it like down your way at that time of the afternoon, sweetie?
So let's have a look at these creepers real quick. So I've got a 42-year-old in decency with a child. We've got Shannon Potter.
Iconic
Child.
Still funny.
We've got this guy that's not a bad looking guy. That's the scary part, is when they're not bad looking. 47. Look at that. Another crime on a child. Albert Charles, no picture. Probably scary. Probably don't want to see it anyways. That's A child. This one, oh, a child. Merhay. Oh, you look scary, buddy. That guy is scary. Ah. Online solicitation of a minor under 14. Well, we know that she's probably not on the computer. Richard, you look like you are just completely
Oh,
creepy.
don't like that.
I have never seen anything like this. Certain activities relating to material
Yeah.
involving the SE of minors receive or distribute. So he's probably selling stuff on the web with bitcoins. We've got
Crypto.
right Gerard, indecency with a
Yeah.
child.
See, this
Gary,
is
you looking like a Fraggle. Here
this
we
isn't
go.
even a mile away, guys. Not even a mile away from
Yeah,
where they are.
and these are what we're looking for, right here.
Yeah.
This is what the ones that you have to get completely into the ball game. So we're gonna have to look into Gary G. Garrett. So let me get his name copied and onto my notepad real quick. Not that I'm sure the FBI hasn't looked into him, but then we got Oscar. Oh, Oscar, what are you? Oh, look at this. What is up
Two.
with San Antonio? Oh, this guy's crooked completely already. Oh, he looks scary. Oh my gosh. You can't make it up.
No.
Indecent liberties under 17. Douglas. Eh. Oh, we got a woman. Maris. You can't make this up. Oh, look at this one.
Oh my goodness. He's
Online.
online. Okay. Irvin. Oh, that's
Eh.
battery. Oh my gosh.
Okay, we need Irvin Russell, you're bad. You can't. You just.
There's too many. It's blowing my head apart.
Yep, and then immediately this one's crossed off the list. This little tattooed neck boy likes the 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Even though I know that this might not have to be one of these people listed, it might be a first time person that whatever or somebody in the community. But
Yeah.
when he said that they might sweep it under the rug, bullshit. That's not going to be allowed, and we're going to have to make sure that that's not going to happen. I mean, we could go on for days, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Another one.
and look at it's just.
What does she do?
Jesus.
Oh my gosh. It's aggravated assault. That's sexual. SA. Okay.
I mean,
there's too many, Ma.
I mean, I'm done. I'm done after these. I'm not opening up to another page. Wait. I have never SP Ormans was SP Formans by a child produce, direct, or promote. Are you kidding me?
Who is that?
A woman.
Oh my gosh.
21 years old. Yeah, I want to see what this chick's about. You should be like in jail for the rest of your life. Let me save her name. One sec. I can't see chat, guys. One sec.
I'll have a look.
I hope if Ezit's watching that he understands what we're talking about. This is it. I'm not opening up anymore. If I have to load more. Look at this guy.
Yeah, Jim, you're correct on that. They all are around that area.
Another one. Under the age of 14. This Wade Neely. Guys, please keep your babies safe. We gotta figure out.
Gone are the days when I had my daughter 40 years ago, and you think nobody would do anything to a child. You're just going to pop upstairs, grab a bottle of water, and you're only going to be max a couple of minutes. And in the blink of an eye, that's all it takes for them to go.
In a blink of an eye. When my mom comes back and she is visiting from her, she's snowbirding in Florida, but she'll come on. She'll tell you she used to work for Adam Walsh, I mean, for Adam Walsh's father, John, when Adam was still alive before he got kidnapped, and during, just, yeah, she'll tell you a story about that. Okay. So this is the apartment complex where
Yeah,
she was taken.
See how tight they're packed in there.
Look at these apartments are packed in. Look at how weird these apartments are set up right here. Iconic and I'm like, is that a jail Iconic? Like, look at the shape of how weird that is.
It's like a herringbone type design, isn't it?
Yeah. So I've cammed in, you think about it, you can't see the park. We have looked at every row. So the park is, that little area has got to be so tight in between something
Exactly.
or under a tree, but you don't really see trees. But I did find the playground that was right in the neck. It was right here. I found this playground, but it doesn't have the fence up. Let me see what year we're in. I would have to go down to the street. It doesn't have the fence up.
Yeah, and I
This is October 2021.
well then it can't be that one. Though. Definitely can't be that one.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the only playground that I could find because this is the complex right here. Is it? Let me make sure.
No, that's not the Del Casa.
No, it's right here.
Del
I wonder
Cabo,
if we
I
can
mean.
get. Yeah, it's right here. Let's go have a look right here. And they've had to have checked those woods. And what was it that they said about the dog scent? It was lost. Like, where was it? Did anyone find out where the dog scent was lost?
I don't personally know exactly where they lost it.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. After Kathleen Moore and the dogs being out there for 3 days, like literally just passing over her and not finding her, I'm not sure. My faith in dogs these days. Well, maybe those are just the Florida dogs.
Everything's bigger in Texas, isn't it?
That's what they say. Don't mess with Texas. But look at the pool. I mean,
Jim says it wasn't a playground, it was a small dog park that is next to the baseball court.
yes. We just showed that, what we showed on the video, we were just trying to find it through the apartments. But I was only saying that I was just wondering, not that she was playing at that playground, but since that playground is so close and that community right there is so close and such easy access back behind there into the other communities, maybe the guy was hanging in the bushes from another apartment complex.
Yeah, well,
there's just so many. And look at all those weirdos. Like every single one that we looked at, except for the woman that was obviously, I don't even want to know what she was distributing film and making film, but all of them were into children. And that is just, I'm not sure I've ever been through a list like that to where it was all children. Like you see like the R word or exposing for a female, but that was just crazy. Hey, Luca. Yeah, Luca, let me go back and look at that. I was actually thinking that too. And what crossed into my mind, to be honest with you, was Cash Gurnan. To think, because if you come through here and she's out playing, like, let's see if we can actually see. Luca's talking right through here. Now, are there houses behind there? Let's go see what's back there.
That's not good. Oh, it's gated.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be hard to get over the gate, but they got so many little tricks and openings that people sneak through little gates and corners where they don't connect and
Yeah, but they have to get us. I mean, I can't see unless they, knocked her out to make her subdued. I could. I'm thinking in my head that they didn't have very far to travel because otherwise somebody would have heard something.
Okay, so let's just say, let me just go back here down this road. These are the weird shaped ones from the aerial that I said that I thought they were a prison. And here is the one that is directly linked to where I believe that other playground is, the Sundance. So they're so connected. It's almost like, hey, let me ask them. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Excuse me, man needs to know.
Like, let's just see if we can just cruise around the block real quick.
I mean, I know when the chief said there is a lot of camera evidence that they've got to go through, and I can totally understand why. Because just looking at the number of apartment complexes in that area alone.
Did we ever find out how many units are in that development?
I've been on
and
three.
then here's the Winberry. All of these complexes, I mean, it's just an easy access because look, I'm going to go to this corner, but then you get into this area that doesn't look
where the trucks are parked.
It's almost like it turns into an industrial area.
It does.
For sure. Yeah.
It doesn't
A
on
big
the sorry, go.
No, I'm saying it's a big industrial area.
It's unusual that their own website doesn't list how many apartments they have. And when you click on them, it comes up to the page is no longer active.
I know, Cass, but look, we came out of here, we went down this road, right? Because
Yep.
here's a divider. I came around this building,
and then
I went right here, and then I stopped. So look at the connection. This complex and this complex all connect, and what divides it?
It's like a service road, what we call
Well,
a
it does
service.
look like it has a fence up, but there's got to be a break somewhere. We all know that when you live in communities like this, you always have that little passageway through.
Oh yeah, and the reviews state that the
Mhm.
maintenance is not kept up on the complex. So everybody complains about the lack of maintenance. So having a part of the fence down is not going to be an unusual event that they're not going to get around to fixing.
And the time that she was taken, it was definitely nighttime. It was definitely getting dark. But did they hear her scream? Because you know that they had to have talked to other people that were at the dog park playground.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That had to have heard. I mean, hopefully they heard something. All right, let's go ahead and play this, and we got to wrap it up because I have things to do, and I can't believe it's already 7.
And it's 10 o'clock in the morning here in very overclass Brisbane, Australia.
Now, I don't know how loud.
Here we go, 280 units are in that complex, Mark.
280 units.
Ranging from 1 bedrooms to 3 bedrooms, ranging in size from 525 square meters to 1,253 square meters.
All right, Nana, here's the video. So let's from Nana. Nana's got quick fingers, I tell you. I don't know if we're going to be able to hear it. It seems pretty low. All right, let's get the volume up. We're on 100. See, we're on 100. So, guys, if you can't hear, I think we're going to have to lean in. All right. Okay. We on the screen. We good?
We're good.
This is going to wrap it up. Jim, we would love to talk to you. If you want to give me an email, because I truly believe that people need to hear your story. All right, let's see what this is about.
That was pre. That must have been pre before the.
Yeah, you can see the subtitles. What I'm gonna have to do is maybe let me see. It says I can forget cyber attack. We've lost. Cyber attack. We've lost basically everything. All right. Since the cyber attack, we've basically lost everything.
Oh my goodness.
In a Fruitland press conference that was left, oh, I love nerdy, was left on after the stream, officials claim they have lost data related to Michael Vaughn case due to a cyber attack. Huh?
Wow.
Hey,
Wow,
Luca.
wow.
Hi, Francis. These people. All right, I think that is honestly the latest, and now we'll have to just see what we can find.
Yeah, we will be digging.
Yep. All right,
I'm
guys.
watching.
Have a great rest of your Merry Christmas. Hopefully Santa was good to you guys.
Santa was nice to me.
Can't believe how fast this year went by. We're getting ready to go into 2022.
Another year older. Oh my gosh.
All right. And that's it. Everyone, my gosh, keep your baby safe. Stay vigilant.
Please.
And let's pray for baby Lena. And I am definitely going to light a candle for her tonight. If you're listening, send me an email, please. I would like to exchange phone numbers because you're a good cook. I could smell the food from here. Thank you for coming up. Kaz, thank you.
Thank you, Mom. It's been an honor once again.
Thank you, mods. Thank you, chatters. Thank you, subs, members. I love you guys. I think that's a wrap.
Bye.
Iconic. Bye. Ta-ta. Oh, you're going to give me the last word? All right.
Absolutely.